Yes, I feel like I have to do a different introduction. It's Deprogrammed. It is Championship Edition. I got to do the sports ball guy voice, and I got to trip all over my own tongue because it wouldn't be Deprogrammed if I didn't screw something up in the open. But yes, it is the second ever Championship Edition of Deprogrammed. We are doing Radiohead today, and screw all the other stuff. Let's just hop right in. John, you're the man when it comes to these things. You put this all together, including gathering panel members, including separating everything into playlists for us. So talk to me about why you think we needed a Radiohead Championship Edition and your process for how you separated the songs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was part of the first championship edition. We did Pearl Jam, and it was awesome. And that those guys were part of the podcast that I do about them, and it's become kind of a thing. So I always wanted to do another one, and like we've been talking about, you and I gone back and forth about Smashing Pumpkins, different things, but Radiohead always stuck out because they've always been in my top 3 or 4 bands since the mid 90s. And when we talked about it, I was like, yeah, I think we can make this happen, because I knew I'm in the Discord with Ann and Ben, who are going to meet in just a second, their podcast, which is great. And I was like, I think I could get some people, and I think we could make this happen. And to your credit, you were receptive, and I think at one point you said, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to play.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I just love this concept of like championship edition, because it's so different from the regular show where you try to like get people into a band and you're making a starter list and things like that. But this, we just we tear down the bullshit, and we're just gonna pick the best songs. And that always appeals to me with a band like this that has such a deep catalog of great stuff. As far as like putting the list together, it was basically like, okay, Computer, Kid A, In Rainbows. Those are considered, I think, the untouchable albums by most people, personal preference notwithstanding. So I knew that those couldn't be together. Just wouldn't be fair. So broke those up. Amnesiac and the Bends were like the next two right underneath there, very, very close, obviously. So threw them together. And then for this one, for group one, it was just a matter of like, what can compete with OK Computer, and let's see if OK Computer can hold up against 2 albums that probably have gotten a little better with age, Hail to the Thief and King of Limbs. And then we are going to have some B-sides in each one as well. This one threw on the Pablo Honey B-sides. That was more just a function of trying to get the playlist to be a little bit more even. We'll see if those match up. But yeah, I mean, all 4 of these that we're going to do in this first round were very, very hard. I mean, they have, there's way more than 10, 20, 30 great, amazing Radiohead songs. So I'm excited to see how this plays out.
So it works out to 41 songs here in part 1. How did you go about, because, as you said, I'm looking at the list and I'm seeing, okay, Computer, Hail the Thief, like right off the top. Like those are, again, I'm glad I'm not playing. Those would be tough for me. But like, how did you go about picking your 20 for this, for part 1?
A lot of bloodletting and self-flagellation,
Mm-hmm.
mostly. No, it was just like, I probably had, there's some from a Computer that had to be on there, and some, a couple from Hail to the Thief that I really, really go back to and I really think have a shot to be on the final list. And then King of Limbs is one that I, go back to, and like just finding the songs that like tried not to play the game too much, like with 7 of us, like it's just gonna be up in the air as far as what's gonna happen. So I was just trying to stay true to the songs that I really have loved for years and years and years.
So that moves us over to Brian, who's in studio with me.
Hi.
The only person on this panel who was on the original Radiohead panel, which we've since both talked ad nauseum about conceding how we probably didn't do great here.
Yeah, probably not.
But so talk to me about the difference between last go around and this go around for Championship Edition.
Well, My ego hasn't changed, as you know. Uh, I feel like I've just been proven right yet again, where I was an elitist dick the first time, and now we have a whole series of episodes based on what an elitist dick we can all be with our Radiohead picks. So, should never doubt me. You should have done this day one, man. The first episode.
I guess so. Tackle it all in one.
This was the easiest and the hardest thing in the world simultaneously for me, as all this show is. But I feel like we're starting off. I feel fairly confident. I have no idea how it's gonna get when things get tighter. I can tell you that. So, looking forward to look like a mark. Whenever I can.
That is absolutely 100% what Championship Edition is about. Now, Anne, you're one of the hosts of aforementioned Radiohead podcast. Feel free to plug. But obviously, with that, you're clearly a huge Radiohead fan. But what makes you leap at the opportunity to do something like this?
I think it's just the kind of thing that like my brain really latches onto. The idea of like, I don't know, putting songs in categories and that, and kind of like picking them out based on, whatever nebulous thing I feel like has like the quality that it has that makes me think that it's like the best of the songs. So that's just something that I really enjoy. And so I spent some time like re-listening to all the songs on this first list from today and really kind of like reassessing how I feel about them. And it was really fun. So I'm excited to do this and see what kind of wrong opinions you guys all have.
I love it. Because that is Championship Edition in a nutshell. So
Good.
She speaks for all of us.
Yeah. So talk to me about like how you went about picking your songs to represent part one.
Well, it was kind of interesting. When we first got the playlists from John, I went through and I kind of just like picked the songs just by looking at them and being like, I like this song, and like this one's not going on my list or whatever. And then just yesterday, I was like, I should really like I should like prepare more for this and see like make sure that my opinions are as correct as possible for myself. So I just ended up going through and re-listening to some stuff. Like just at first I just went through the playlist, in the order that the songs were, and kind of like, crossed out songs that I was like, okay, that's definitely not going to make it, and left stuff there that was like, well, this is good. Like, we'll see how I feel about it, when I compare it to some of these other songs. And that gave me a pool of things that I kind of just played on shuffle for a while. And I just from there kind of eliminated stuff that I wasn't really feeling quite as much. And I kind of surprised myself. I think there's a couple songs on my final list that weren't on my initial list, and vice versa. There's some stuff that I ended up cutting because I didn't like it as much as I thought I remembered liking it. So very interesting.
The pain. Prepare to feel the pain. That's all
Oh
I
man,
can say.
there's whichever playlist it is that has all of the Amnesiac songs on it. Like I went through it and tried to like pick out songs that like I know aren't gonna make it, and it's like only two. Like that's gonna be so hard.
So that moves us to your co-host Ben. Same question to you. Like how John presents this idea. Like first of all, I guess how crazy does it sound, and secondly, like you leap at it. How do you make that decision?
Oh, that's a no-brainer. I've got my little autistic brain just buzzing all the time of list making and organizing. So the chance to pit these things against each other it's fun. And I think having done the podcast for years now with Anne and kind of dug into Radiohead's back catalog so many times together and argued it out, the sort of battle royale element of this, of so many of us going at it and sharing our opinions. It's fun, and I'm really curious to see. I have suspicions about kind of where we're going to end up, but I'm kind of excited at being surprised and having to duke it out a little bit.
Well, if they're not going to plug it, I am. It's called the Daily Mail. There's like
Oh,
thousands of hours of Radiohead talk on there that you should go listen to.
It's very silly, but we have enjoyed making it for as long as it's been around.
We enjoy silly here at Deprogrammed. So Ben, tell me about your list making process. Was it simple for you, especially here with part one?
Honestly, it kind of was. I think at this point, I know the Radiohead songs. Like, I think if we're talking favorites, I'd still be making my list. But I think if we're talking best, there's a lot of stuff I can go, I love this song, I connect with this song, but I can kind of recognize that's particular to me. I can't really defend it as one of the best. And so from that standpoint, I think kind of narrowing it down a little bit, it wasn't, I don't know. I feel pretty confident about it. I feel pretty good.
Confidence, and feel free to shout down your opponents, because that is what you are talking to, your opponents today.
I'm ready.
So next we're going to talk to Kat, who I believe is from, I say y'all's because I'm from Virginia, y'all's server. Kat, tell me about what about this, I'll say opportunity, but that feels weird, makes you want to jump in.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time hanging out with Ben and Kylie. I actually was introduced to this crew because offhand, Ben was like, wait a second, you're not a part of the Daily Mail server. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm not. So I joined that actually sort of recently in the grand scope of things. Yeah, so the three of us get into it. We got our own little like mini tiny server that we just chat day to day. And one of the Zoom call things that happens all the time when we hang out is we just jumped right back into the Radiohead catalog. We talk a lot about a lot of other bands, but we just could come back to Radiohead, and we love to get silly, we like to get stupid. And we like to come up with really, really hot takes on different tracks that are just absolute heaters. Kind of heaters that maybe don't get the recognition that I think that they should. So that leads me to how I got to my list, which was it came pretty easy, with the exception of, I think, Deprogrammed 2, where I ended up with 16 songs, and I sat there and mulled about, and I paced, and I had a wood pipe in my hand, and I let the days go past, and I was philosophizing. I climbed up a mountain and asked a monk what I should do.
Ponder, yes.
I really pondered on it. Yeah, I was really, putting a lot of effort into list 2, but list 1 was just like, oh, yeah, well, easy. That really lined up. That made a lot of sense. Usually it was like 10 songs I would say were like absolutely have to be on the list. And then the last 5 slots was where I was really kind of playing a little bit of flippy floppy.
I hear you. So me flip-flopping and floundering over my words is also something that happens a lot on Deprogrammed, but Kylie, we're going to bring you in here. Same question to you. You see the question out in the Discord. What makes you go, yeah, I'd like to do that?
Well, I mean, like, Radiohead fans, I feel like an integral part of being a big Radiohead fan is that you, like, have a compulsive need to share your Radiohead opinions with other people and argue with them and stuff. I feel like that's half the reason that people go to the gigs early in queue, is just so you can talk shit about Radiohead with other people that are equally as insane as you are. So this seems like a great opportunity, and I don't have to go outside at 3 a.m. with a tent.
It's true. You get to do it right here.
Right here.
So the last 2 people have said it was relatively easy putting their list together. Did you have the same process? Did you have the same feeling? Was it easy for you?
Yeah, I got mine done, I think, first, and there was I noted a slight degree of skepticism towards that. Like, really? Already? But I've been rotating these songs like a rotisserie chicken in my brain for like 30 years or something. So it's kind of like, yeah, I know what's up. But I did make some revisions after my first initial, like, go with my gut. Because kind of like what other people were saying, I went with a lot of, like, what I really connect with. And then I took a second look as to, all right, I connect with this, but how does this hold up? Is there a way to be slightly more objective about it? And how does it hold up in that regard? But I think ultimately, like, the 10 are the 10, and the 5 are the ones where you kind of have to, like, get to the nitty gritty on most of these lists.
I hear you. So that takes us to Peter, a veteran of Deprogrammed, but also very much his first championship edition. Man, I always knew you were a Radiohead fan, sir, but crazy enough to do this with us? Talk to me about it.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of Deprogrammed episodes that I wish I had been on, and Radiohead was one of them. Not because like I disagreed with the list, it's just because I wanted to be on a podcast to talk about Radiohead. So when the proposal of a championship edition came about, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm down.
So as John doles out the lists, as it were, did you...
I grew a resentment for John.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate that.
Because at first I was like, I'll just throw 11 tracks from OK Computer and then just pick out 4 more and call it a day. But then I was like, but Hail to the Thief and King of Limbs, fuck. Like, no, I can't just, ignore those albums. Like, they're good.
So, did you find yourself having a different process for this than you would for a normal deprogrammed episode?
Yeah, a little bit. Like we've stated before, like this is less about personal connection and more about like what I don't want to say objectively, but what I think are their best songs from these groups. But I could be wrong.
Well, the battle shall begin shortly.
I might be wrong, should I say?
Heyo.
Hey.
All right. So again, I just want to take this time to reiterate the fact that, oh my God, I'm so happy I'm not playing because I want no parts of the bloodbath. But this go around, there's 7 people, so the chances of a unanimous,
Drastic go down.
drastic could go
Drastic
down.
go down.
You're a dump. Get my bags. It's not highly likely. So if you are able to get a 6, I feel like it's just about a shoo-in. But also, if you only land 3, it's clinging on for life only because there is a possibility that it could come back. We may end up needing it. But to those who are new, a unanimous pick goes all the way through to this list's top 10. So, and then we discuss from there after that. So, order was already discussed. John, where are you going to start?
When you posted that, I was thinking about it, like where should I start? And all that stuff from OK Computer is just staring at me. But I'm gonna do a left turn. I'm gonna try to get a barometer on this thing early. Let's go. Hail to the Thief. How about Sail to the Moon?
Ooh.
No.
That's a wild first pick. I respect it though.
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched a video essay about how it's like technically their most complicated song because of all the different time signature changes.
Yeah.
And I respect the hell out of that song, but it's like Radiohead on autopilot for me a little bit. I'm like, it's so safe for them, and that's not what I think of as their best music. Like, it's a strong song, but it's not one that I feel like, oh, this captures all the things I love about Radiohead. I'm like, oh, this is Radiohead doing Radiohead's thing.
Yeah,
It's amazing that the most complicated song of theirs, like on a musical level, is Radiohead by the Numbers. And you're
like, I almost never think of it when I think of my favorite songs, but like listening to it, like it got stuck in my head for like a couple of days, so I had to put it on there. But no one else has it for real.
didn't make mine.
I couldn't put that whole album on there. I wanted to, though.
Wow. Well, I
I'm
hope
gonna
that
start.
Yeah, I hope that's your barometer, sir. I hope.
No kidding. No kidding.
You know what? We will play a clip here.
Well, I'm fucking terrified now.
Yeah, right. I should probably hook that back up to my computer machine. Again, come on. Okay, well,
It's a good song,
There we
but it's
go.
just like
Let's not
there are
fight.
other
Let's just
songs like it.
put on Radiohead and cry together. Let's do that instead.
I'm just gonna go hide in the corner for a little while.
Well, I mean, like you said, you got to figure out the barometer. You got to see where the room is
Yeah,
at. And,
no, see how it goes.
Yep.
Sailing straight to the trash.
Right to the trash. All right. What do you think, Brian? Where are you going?
Oh, Jesus. I don't even know now. I lost all my confidence. I'm going to go, I think, one of the greatest opening songs of all time, 2 + 2 = 5.
I've got it.
Just barely missed my list. It was
Yeah.
one of that.
That's sad.
That's my number 2.
Nice.
All right. So
I did not have that
all
one.
right. So I'm still.
I was mulling over that one a lot. It didn't quite make it though, sadly.
Only
I just
3
need
of
to
us?
say y'all are freaks.
Is there 3 of
Y'all
us
are
that got it?
crazy freaks.
Yeah. Okay. So
I am fascinated.
all
I
right.
just did not
I
make
don't,
more people's
I
list.
don't understand.
So
Nice way to
I'm
start, you think?
I'm still learning voices. Brian put it out. I heard Peter. I heard somebody else, but I couldn't see who it was.
I got it.
Okay. So Ben. All right.
I
I
think-
got it.
Yeah, Kylie said she had it too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, we have 4.
So 4.
Tight.
All right.
It's alive.
Oh, just being cat.
It's
Oh,
alive.
damn. 2 + 2 = 4, I guess.
I guess we're doing real math now.
Numbers.
All right. And
Yeah. I'm a little shook because I didn't even consider starting with something that I thought might be less likely to get chosen. I was just gonna pick my favorite song on the list. Um, but I feel fairly confident that my favorite song on the list is safe. And I feel inclined to kind of follow the wild wave. So I guess the song that I picked that I thought might be the least likely that somebody else would have on their list is "I Will" from Hail to the Thief.
Oh my god, I love that song though.
It's
No,
really beautiful.
I really would put that whole album on here if I was allowed to.
A lot of silence, though. I didn't have it.
I was gonna
No, I
say
don't have it.
Didn't make it for me.
I kind of figured it wouldn't. I think I was just kind of struck by it on the re-listen and how it has the connection to like spinning plates and just the whole Amnesiac era. And I think I just kind of appreciated it yesterday when I was re-listening for like how like it's such a short song, but it like there's so much of like Radiohead lore happening
I
under
love
the
the-
surface of that
I
song
love
that I
the,
think I
like,
would
the backing vocals too. Like if you only have one speaker going, you can only hear like one of the vocal tracks. It's so
Right.
good, dude.
I like everybody's willingness to kind of go out there so far. I like it. All right, Ben, some pain for you.
So, what did I missed Anne's.
Oh, you did. It was "I Will."
Yeah. Oh, I Will is it's not on there for me.
Oh, there you go.
Boo.
It's a Tom York song. Let's
I
be real.
won't.
It's not a Radiohead song. It's a Tom York
I
song.
figured nobody else would have it, but I just I enjoyed it so much when I revisited it yesterday that I just had to say a little something about it.
If we were doing 20, it probably would have made it. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure. Yeah.
So, all right. I mean, there's a couple here where I'm like, these are definitely going to be on everyone's list. So I'm going to go for some curveballs. Let's see. What about Where I End?
Oh
That's
my
on
God,
my
I
list.
forgot it.
that
You know that's
I
on
got
my
it.
broke
I
my.
got it too.
I kind of
My
really
number
hate,
one,
hate
actually.
myself
Is
for
that-
not
is that-
putting that
is
on there.
Is that unanimous?
No.
That's
No, but I
unanimous.
don't have
Let's
it.
go.
unfortunately.
I don't
Yeah.
have it. No, I'm
What the
sorry.
fuck, Kat?
Look,
Ruining everything.
It's one of
What
my
is
favorite
wrong
with
songs
you?
of theirs of all time, and I feel
I
like
have a
a
lot
fucking
wrong
idiot
with
right
me.
Why can't you have lost power?
now. Oh,
Well, in a normal circumstance where I live is like Booney's backwater is hell and we would lose power, but for some reason today they said, no, you know what? We're going to keep Kat around because she's going to throw some heaters, some curveballs.
Damn it.
So is that everybody but Brian and Kat?
Yep.
Yo,
I had it.
let's
Yeah, I
go,
had it.
Brian.
All right. So five. I mean, five on a 7-person panel
That's
is
pretty
is
good, man.
unthinkable. Like,
That's pretty good.
I honestly didn't think you guys were going to get any of those.
I'm glad
So-
that I'm glad the ones that are hitting the most are from the Hail of the Thief. Honestly,
Yeah. All right, Kat. See if-
Everybody's afraid to play those OK Computer songs. It's coming out.
that's pain. Pain. I'm feeling pain for all y'all. See if you can make up for it here, Kat. Where you want
Yeah.
to go first?
Well, yeah, I was kind of mulling about. I had the pick that I originally was going to do was from Hail to the Thief, but we've been really Hail to the Thief heavy. Let's see. I could either go. Actually, someone was saying something about how we haven't dipped into OK Computer, so I'm gonna throw my
Ooh.
chips in. I am obsessed with Climbing Up the Walls 07 mix. I think Climbing Up the Walls regular mix is also fantastic. Like, you can't go wrong. Any Climbing Up the Walls, when it's live, it's insane. When it shows up in TV shows, it's insane. That's my pick, Climbing Up the Walls.
I did a version of that with an ex-girlfriend at one point. Actually,
You climb what?
climbing up the walls. Yeah.
What?
Climbing Up the Walls?
Oh, okay.
No, that was not a sexual
Your
reference.
Brian remix.
Sorry, I was like, what?
No, I actually an ex of mine did a vocal performance, and I did all the string arrangements for it.
Oh,
Oh,
Actually, one of
dope.
my favorite.
That's
things
so
I've ever recorded.
cool.
Yeah. It's on my list too. Yeah, for sure.
It's on mine as well.
I've
I
got
It's
it.
got
on
it.
mine.
Let's
No,
go.
No.
Nah, I don't
Very,
feel like
very
such an asshole.
close, that's a function of not being able to pick all of OK Computer.
Yeah,
That was
I hear
one.
you.
That
So-
didn't
Oh,
make
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
No, I know. I thought about it. Believe me.
All right, so let me ask this because again, clarity issues. Was that 6? Was that everybody but John?
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Nice.
y'all are
Let's
impressing the
go.
shit out of me.
4,
wow.
5, 6, man. Look at that.
Just
4, 5,
like
6.
A 6 is just
Heaters.
about a unanimous, I feel.
Wow.
We almost went for a sweep there, guys.
Almost got it. All right.
Ah.
Kylie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with one I'm not sure is gonna make it. I'm gonna see Subterranean Homesick Alien.
Ooh.
Let's
Obviously on
go.
my list.
No,
That's a
I
huge
love
one.
it so much.
I would if I could just include everything. Honestly, I mean, if I could just
Yeah.
put OK Computer and Hail the Thief on here, I probably would have stopped. But I had
Yeah,
so much more to do.
I had to cut some stuff from OK Computer, and that was one of
Right.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have that one either.
Subterranean
Wow.
was my last one I cut.
Oh,
Ah,
that's
Ouch.
Ben.
that right there is the
It's
pain.
low for me, so I figured it probably didn't make it for a lot of
I-
folks.
I had the
That's
thought.
high up on mine. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I had the thought today. While I was like, should I put that song on the list? I was like, I think I fucked up and I put it on there.
That is the pain of Deprogrammed felt by Kylie right here. Like the that was my last cut. Oh God, that always hurts. Well, so that sounded like a 3, and Kylie and Kat, right?
Yep.
All right.
Mhm.
3, I mean, at this point, 3s aren't dead. So, I mean, it's still very, very early, but 3s are still very much alive. All right. Peter?
I'm prepared to have my heart broken, and I'm prepared to be let down.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I've got it.
Oh man,
I've got
I
it.
wanted to have it in there. It's an
No.
underrated track.
Oh, I
But-
just realized that you picked Let Down. I thought you were
Yeah.
making a comment about how you were going to have your heart broken, aka being let down. That's also on my list.
That is my number 1 on this list. Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Mm.
So is that 5?
Let's see. Okay, so Brian said he didn't.
I don't. Yeah.
I've
I
got-
don't, unfortunately, either.
All right.
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous song.
So that was
It's perfect.
2 no's.
Oh yeah, I love the ARP in it. It's great. All the little pixely noises.
All right. Wow, another 5. I'm with it. All right. John?
Back to me already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, let's go with one that I mean, I played it safe earlier. Let's get into this. They're there.
Yep.
Yes, that's my number 1
Yes.
Yep.
I literally
Oh,
as I was sitting
sorry.
here on the couch,
Matt,
took
you
it
have
off
the
my
worst
list.
picks.
No, I've got some really big brain picks, Ben. You don't see the master plan here.
Kat is Charlie in that Sunny episode where they're on Family Fight or whatever. And
Dragon.
everything.
Yeah, dude. I am dragging eggs. Don't even worry
Dragons.
about it.
Show me dragons.
Dude, I'm eating milk steak right now, dude. I'm on a
Oh
different
my God, I
level.
love milk steak.
Yeah, and
Side
the
of jelly
goblins.
beans.
Honestly, the little ghouls and goblins are what inform my decisions. So
Spiders.
ghouls and spiders.
Ghouls. So was that Brian and Kat again with the nose?
Yeah,
Wow.
I literally took it off as I was sitting here before we started
Wow.
to add another song on that realized I forgot.
5s are good though. 5s are good. All right, Brian.
Fuck me.
Redemption.
I'm gonna go with my number 1 by far from this list, and top 3 favorite of all time, exit music for a film.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Yep.
yeah.
Didn't
I
make
got
my
it.
list. Sorry.
Yeah, yep, I got it
Ooh,
too.
You guys are gonna
Unanimous.
hate me. You guys are gonna hate me.
Oh my God!
What the
I'm
fuck?
so sorry.
Kat
Did you pick
fucking had
anything
like
Exit
We
music
Suck
for
Young
this
Blood as
episode.
number 1 or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
swear to
no,
God.
no.
Punch
Do you
up.
have
Punch up.
do you even have songs on your list? Like
Oh, I've got 15. Well, one of them had to be dropped because it's not on Spotify, but we've got 15.
All right. So, for clarity, was Kat the only one out?
I was also out. I didn't pick exit music.
Oh,
Let's go.
All right.
Wild.
But that's a 5 again. You know, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but 5s are good. All right, Anne.
Oh boy. Well, I feel like I want to pick something from The King of Limbs because I do really love it and we haven't gotten there yet.
Please do.
So my number 1 pick from The King of Limbs, one of my favorite Radiohead songs ever, Bloom.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Oh, sorry.
that's what they opened with the first time I saw them, though.
Oh yeah.
It's really good live.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I didn't warm up to that song until I saw it live, and I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
get what you're
You
doing
know what?
here.
Exact same, actually.
Yeah. Most of the King of Limbs for me was like that.
So wait, was that just no John, no Brian?
And no cat.
No Cat. Oh. I can't wait until the ones that Cat actually has comes out. 'Cause-
Yeah, I'm interested to hear
Very
this, man.
interesting.
There's no way they're not insane.
She's got all the Pablo Honey B sides.
Yeah, it's all just
No,
really be. Yeah.
no, actually, no, I don't.
Oh. All right. Ben?
All right. Damn, I was gonna do a King of Limbs one, but now I'm thinking.
So bad.
I mean, we could get this one out of the way. Paranoid Android.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes.
yay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that a unanimous?
Finally, I agree. Let's go.
That sounds like unanimous.
Yeah.
That's unanimous.
Yeah, if any song's going to be unanimous, that
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me that it would be Paranoid Android.
If somebody said that was number one with a
Good job,
bullet of
Ben.
their entire career, I would say okay.
It
Yeah,
actually
same.
makes me really happy that like hardcore Radiohead fans feel the same way about
Dude,
this song.
I mean, you.
It's undeniable.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
for me, who doesn't really care for singles for the most part, like that song is unlike that. That's their day in the life. You know what I mean? Like, it's a
Happiness
journey.
is a war gun crawled, so this song could run at light speed. Basically.
Well, also, like, the balls on them to release this
yeah.
as the first single on
Uh-huh.
OK Computer.
Nope.
Yeah.
The music video.
Yeah,
Unreal.
the video's great,
Yep.
dude. Robin.
Chef's kiss.
I love it.
I mean, my suspicion is when we get the top 5, we're all gonna be on the same page. That's my guess.
Mm.
Cool.
It'd be really interesting to
Dangerous.
see if that's
Too
true.
early to call.
It's way too
Too
early
early to call.
to be optimistic. Oh, and the puns just keep on coming.
All right, Kat, are you gonna try one of those ones that
Yeah, what you got?
no-
Big shot.
Yeah. Okay, well, throw it up to the crew. Do you guys want to hear a King of Limbs one, or do you want to hear my Hail to the Thief one?
Hail the thief.
Hmm.
Hail to the Thief one? All right. Coming in at like one of the greatest songs I have ever listened to. Fucking Backdrifts. It was one of my first Radiohead songs. Obsessed. Backdrifts.
Not with the
I've
deep
got it.
cuts, man.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
it's a great
It's
song.
on my
Great
list.
song.
That's not on mine.
I don't have it.
No.
Didn't
Nope.
make mine, but I
Yeah.
do really love that song.
so was that Kylie who
Ouch.
did?
I don't know. For some reason, I felt like that one was gonna be like a pretty safe one for most lists.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Ooh. Kat is learning today, I think.
I don't really
I
talk
kind
to a lot of
I
people.
kind of really like the way, like where her head's at. Like if that's her barometer of what like a song that everybody's gonna hit on, I kind of like that a lot. I'm
Yeah.
really interested to see
Was
how
that
this
only
goes.
was that only 2 for Backdrifts?
Yeah.
I think so.
Wow.
I mean, again, if this were favorite Radiohead songs, that might be up higher. But if I'm talking like
Mhm.
best,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm really I have had a hard time making a like distinguishing
Yes.
best from ones that I'm most drawn to.
Yes. Welcome to the club.
I mean,
Yeah,
my taste is immaculate,
So I
so I
just,
assume anything I like is great.
kind of threw some shit at the wall and was like, yeah, all right, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I enjoy chaos, so and especially if I'm not mixed
Oh,
in it.
dude, you're gonna really love Deprogrammed too if you like chaos. This is
All right, Kylie?
I'm pretty proud.
I just want to say every good crew has a wild card.
That's true.
So I'm glad that Cat's in the mix.
Wild card.
We already knocked out my top 5, so I'm going to go with my number 6, which is Airbag.
Mm.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's on my
Of course.
list.
Let's
yeah, I
go.
got it.
Yep, definitely.
Is that another
Uh,
unanimous?
No, I'm the odd one out here.
That was the second song they played when I saw him for the first time.
Oh. So Peter's the odd man out on probably one of my favorite songs ever.
It's a great song. I'm amazed
I
survived.
had to cut some stuff.
I agree. I understand, but I am hurt personally. And I'm not playing, so I'm
There's
hurt.
still some big songs out there that we haven't talked about. We'll
Also
see.
true.
I'm amazed that song didn't survive your list.
All
I just
right.
want to mention how good Radiohead is at like openers of albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We've already
Holy
talked
shit,
about two.
Yep. All right, Peter. It's your turn.
God, I don't know. I'm gonna stay on that album and say No Surprises.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope.
Love it.
Yep, that's my number 2.
Wow.
Oh,
Is that everybody but Brian? That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
so.
sorry to surprise you guys.
Speaking of music videos,
You said no surprises.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know it'll get hairy, as we move on to the other ones. I'm impressed as fuck right now, y'all. Like a unanimous.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 3 6s and a couple
Hell
5s.
Yeah. 3 6s.
I honestly, I didn't. There's a lot of people here, man. Like, with a lot of opinions. Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to skip
Obviously,
over
we've
what I
only
don't want to skip
selected
over what
the
Brian just said.
smartest
The
and
3
highest
6s.
quality people
Thank you for
to
catching
join
that.
this group. So obviously, we have all the correct opinions.
Yeah.
Definitely.
all
I
right.
referenced 3-6. I referenced 3-6 Mafia recently, and then somebody just gave me like the fluoride stare, and I was like, "What? How do you not know them?"
I love their music, but they were one of the worst acts I've ever seen live.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I
tracks.
can imagine it's pretty fun.
So, all right, back around to John.
All right, I'm gonna go. Let's go off the wall again. How about Separator?
Yep.
Yeah,
Got it.
let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it.
I got
Yep.
it.
All
Didn't
right.
make my list. I'm sorry, guys.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so glad that song's on there. I was starting to have my doubts after this show's going on.
That's 6 for Separator.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Damn.
So no for me.
That's my
Like-
favorite on King of Limbs.
It's great that we're getting all of these. It's just gonna make it harder later, though,
Yeah, no
True.
shit.
Yeah.
because some of these are not gonna make it.
Yeah, I mean, because
Thanks, Dad.
there's still a lot of gameplay left, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
All right. I'm going to go on King of Limbs as well and do Codex.
Oh,
Oh.
Yes.
that's
Yes.
my
Yes.
Almost
Yes.
made my
Yes. Yes.
list.
Yes. Love
It was
it.
one of the last to go.
I wanted that one so bad.
That's a
That's
no.
a no for me.
That was a no for
2
me.
of us. Damn.
Oh,
Gonna be a no
That
for me,
hurts you
dog.
guys.
More like Nodex.
it's the
Got it.
flow. All right, Anne.
I guess I might as well pick the song that won out against Codex for me, sort of surprisingly. Give Up the Ghost.
Yep, I got that too.
I do not have that one.
I,
So
al-
no.
No.
I almost
No.
threw that one out this round instead of Codex.
Oh
That was
man,
the one that Codex won out over.
it's so
Yeah.
close. If that were favorites, that would be up
Yeah,
there.
those,
But
those two
Yeah.
right up against each other. It's like it's a hard choice, but I
See-
just found myself really appreciating Give Up the Ghost yesterday
Hearing
a little
it
bit
live
more.
with it when he comes out by himself and does it, it's so oh my god, it's so fucking great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So that's just Brian
What?
and Anne, right?
yeah,
All right, Ben.
Wolf at the Door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Land in the face.
Dance you fucker.
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
Ah, boo.
What?
Did I hear another no in there other than John?
Me.
Yeah, it's only a 5er.
Kylie.
Dance you fucking, dance you fucking, dance.
Don't you dare, don't you dare.
It's a 5, but to John's point, now we're getting into that dangerous territory where you're getting a
Mhm.
lot into that
Yeah,
conversation.
we're start fighting each other right now.
Yep. All right, Kat.
Yeah. So what beat Codex for me was Mixo. I really like Mixomatosis.
I've
Oh,
got
that
it.
one didn't
I
make
got
mine.
mixed yeah.
No.
It's okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay,
That is just what happened, though. Sorry, Codex.
so I think that was a 4, right?
For
I got it.
Mixomatosis?
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
think
think
so.
I heard anybody
Oh.
say anything.
One.
There's a
I've-
one.
I've got it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
Oh, let's go!
Kat, Peter, and Brian. Okay, so
Oh wow.
I got everybody. Okay. Kylie.
Seems like we're kind of on a roll with Hail of Thieves, so I'm going to go Gloaming.
Yep, got that.
Yep.
Nope.
I got it.
No.
I feel like those 3 tracks that
Nope.
we just did are like kind of in the same area for me, and it's like one or the other almost.
That's one of the ones that
Mhm.
they consistently play from that record still.
Yeah, I chose it in part because of the live experience.
It wasn't
It is
until I
very good live.
yeah, it wasn't until I saw it live
Yeah.
that I really started to like that song because I really didn't like it at first. It took me a long time.
I really
I
like it
liked
because
it
I
quite a
like
lot.
crunchy IDM.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it quite a lot.
If it were more like the live version on record, it would have made the list for me.
Yeah, that's the tough thing, isn't it? It's because it's like, yeah, the record version isn't that spectacular, I will admit, but I'm trying to, because what we talked about beforehand was like trying to consider different versions, as the all-encompassing,
Right.
like all the fogs are fog or whatever. So I
Mhm.
kind of thought
Yeah.
about the live version in that way.
Yeah,
Understandable.
if that's the case, I'm sure about Fog. Yeah, I like that idea.
So that was 3? Or did I miss somebody?
I had it.
I got Kylie, John, and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Peter?
Shit. This is another one where like I like the studio version, but I like the live version more. It's Lotus Flower.
I've
Yep.
got Lotus Flower.
I got Lotus Flower.
I
Yep.
really love it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't have it. I love it. I mean,
So
I love all this.
that's another 5.
Yeah, I
Oof.
don't dislike any of these songs.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they're all
yeah. And
Bangers.
that's another
Except
thing.
for A Punch at a Wedding, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm starting to run out of songs here, though.
Oh, that was
Me
going to be
too.
my next question.
I fucking love Punch Up at a Wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's a killer song.
I do like Punch Up.
Yeah, I like it too, but like when I was looking at the top 10, I was like, that one made the top 10? Like,
That was a big surprise to me.
Sorry.
2016 was a different time.
Sorry,
Weird.
guys.
I'm not. I will punch up all of you. I don't care.
All right,
Well,
so
it's hard.
Hands
It's
at the
hard.
Wedding.
It's hard for me to think of Punch Up as the weakest song even on that album. When Suck Young Blood is kind of right there, but
Yeah.
Wow, that hurts, man.
Shots fired.
oh, that hurts.
Oh.
yeah.
All right, so quick, because Peter already put out that he's almost out. Is anybody else kind of dwindling down?
I think
I
I only
am.
have 2 songs that haven't
have-
been picked yet on my list.
I've got 2 left.
I got
Yeah.
3.
I have two. I have two
I've got
left.
a number.
I
I
gotta
have a
admit,
number.
I kind of am losing track also.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, we'll go one more round and see where everybody's at after this round. John.
All right. I'm looking at this, and we've already got 10 just between the 5s and the 6s, not including Paranoid Androids. This is going to be brutal. There's one that I'm looking at that I'm not going to play. I'm going to do one that we talked about in the group chat a little bit earlier. How about Sit Down, Stand Up?
Yeah, let's
No.
go. I've got that one.
Nice.
I really just.
That was one of the first ones that I was like, no, gonna make it.
So that was
Um,
my I'm torn between Sit Down and Gloaming. That was my pair between. I went with Sit Down.
I think
Just
That
2
was-
of us on that?
Yeah, that was a last minute swap on mine.
Just 2. All
if I
right.
could have done 20, I would have been on there. right.
Brian.
I'm going to say Karma Police. I
Oh,
don't care
Yep.
how many times
Yeah,
I've
I've
heard
got
it.
that one.
I think it's
Yeah, I got
great
it.
song.
Got
Yep.
that one.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh my
That's
god.
all right.
You didn't have
a
Karma Police? Come on, man.
Oh,
It's a good track. It's a banger.
I like it. It just,
another
Playing the game.
Yeah, you
a
don't
little
love it
bit.
though.
Another 6. And to just keep hammering
Ugh.
that point home that John made, I do not envy y'all. All right, Anne.
All right, this is the last song on my list.
Hey.
Kind of surprised that it was kind of up in the air for a while whether or not I was going to keep it, but I do really love it, so it was tough. But I'm glad that I decided to put it on my list. Lucky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
No,
No.
but I'm glad it's going to stick around at
Yeah.
least for
It's
the
a good.
conversation.
I love that track. I love that
There's
track.
just like
I
nothing
didn't put it
better
on mine.
than being at a Radiohead show and singing "It's Gonna Be a Glorious Day" with everybody in the crowd.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Peak
True.
human experience.
Were you
I
out
have this vivid live memory of Tom doing that classic rock star thing during Lucky, where he was hopping on one foot playing the guitar, and I'm like, oh, that's sick.
Look at him go.
Was that a 4 or a 5?
I had it.
Okay, so
I did not have it.
all right, so John
I
and
did
Kat
not.
were out, right?
Yeah.
I also didn't.
Oh, sorry. I heard a lot of yeses all at once. So I was right. It was a 4. I had them shifted wrong.
There are dozens of us.
Dozens. First Always Sunny, now Arrested Development. I'm happy. All right.
Do you feel lucky?
Well, do you, punk? All right. Ben.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him again?
I'm back.
There
Oh,
he
okay.
is.
Zach,
Yeah.
It is your turn, Ben.
you lose.
All right. I'm out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that makes it simple. Cat. Cat's the only
All
one who's
right.
got any left.
I have a number of them. I think that have not been touched. Actually,
Catchit
not
has
very
the-
many anymore.
Probably has the most.
I think it's only 3 that haven't been touched, but I really hope Morning Mr. Magpie. Anybody? I like that one a lot.
I think
No.
it's surprisingly
No.
far on my list, but it did.
No.
Damn.
All right. Kylie?
Yeah, that was one of the first
Oh,
ones that
sorry.
came on my list.
It's a great song. I mean, it's a killer song, but
Yeah,
I
it's really
can't.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Kylie?
I'm pretty sure I'm also out.
Oh, there you go. All right. Peter?
This is my last one, The Tourist.
Oh, didn't make mine. It was so close.
No.
Yeah, no for me, obviously.
Wow.
Oh.
All right. So, what does that leave? Just Brian and Kat?
Yeah, I've only got one left.
Yeah, I got one left now.
I've got one left too.
Oh,
Yeah.
John does. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your last one, John?
Well, I do want to make a note. Like, nobody has picked any of the Pablo Honey era stuff. I did come very, very close to picking Stupid Car, but
Oh,
So did
wait.
I.
I've got
This
2.
is
Wait, yeah, no,
very
wait. I've
hard
got
to
2
pick.
left. Then I
Okay.
keep forgetting because it's not on. It's not on
So-
Spotify.
my last one is actually Electioneering.
That's one of my favorite songs on OK Computer. I didn't keep it on my list because I knew, like, factually it's not one of the better songs, but it's the best. I love it so much.
Yeah.
I picked it in spirit.
Can anybody save him? There's only 2 people, so
I did not have electioneering on mine.
guess not. All right, Brian?
All right. Well, I went just for posterity. I went with Prove Yourself.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to complete the whole assignment and at least have one from every.
There you go. All right. And what's your last one, Kat?
I actually forgot that this
Oh, it's
one
2,
wasn't.
yeah.
This is the reason why I had the 14 songs. So for the sake of the emotional response, the eliciting of the emotional response, "Pop is Dead" was one of the 2.
Yes.
Um,
You were picking
I actually
songs- you
do
were picking my,
genuinely
like,
really-
from my heart
yeah,
favorites.
I mean, I
Just
got
for
lucky that I
listening.
actually genuinely like "Pop is Dead" too. So I
I think
have
it's a
no
better
qualms
song
about
than
letting
most
that
of
one be
Pablo
on there.
Honey.
And then the other last song was "Little by Little."
Oh, I love that one too, but I didn't have it.
That was close for
I
me,
like the
but
Kazoo
no.
remix better, so I think that kind of kept me from considering it on my list.
That's fair. Remix is really good.
Well, let me start off by saying bravo. Now the pain really, really begins. You got 1 through unanimously. Paranoid Android can't be touched.
Let's go.
Let's look at these
Woohoo.
6s though. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3,
It's all,
4,
it's all okay. Computer
5
basically.
6s, right? So, how do you guys want to approach these 6s? Do we
I
take
want-
them all? And,
I want separator, at least on there for King of Limbs.
Okay.
Separator, let's go.
Anybody dispute separator?
No.
What are the
No.
other songs?
Yeah, what are the? We need the whole collection.
Well, the rest of them are from OK Computer. I just want to get that one out of there. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other 6s are: we have Airbag, Karma Police, Climbing Up the Walls, No Surprises, and a Separator.
How many are we allowed to take with us?
We're doing 10 from this whole playlist.
10.
Right. 10
Yeah.
from the whole
Oh.
list. You've got.
I feel bad, but I would be really like I would not be inclined to keep Separator among all those songs.
Oh, I'd be inclined to keep Separator absolutely.
That's a
over,
heater.
like,
That's
half
a
of-
Yeah.
heater.
Yeah. for sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
and
if I'm
allowed
overruled,
one
I'm overruled,
objective
but I will
wrong
be very
answer.
sad to lose all of those OK Computer
But here's the
songs.
thing: if we throw all those in, then one of these 5s, like "Let Down," "There," "Exit Music," "Lotus Flower," one of those songs is not going to make it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
there's room. The point being, there is room for all of them.
For now.
But
Mhm.
yeah, you got to be careful what you let through. Well, so let's tackle these other sixes first, right? And then then we'll come back to Separator because it sounds like it's contested. So Airbag, Karma Police, Climbing Up the Walls, and No Surprises.
All great songs.
Yeah, obviously.
All great songs. Airbag and No Surprises are not going to make the top 5. Guarantee it.
Climbing Up the Walls.
So
pretty
I
close
don't-
there.
I would think
Ooh,
Airbag
careful,
might.
careful.
Yeah,
I was gonna go
really love
Airbag
Airbag.
and Climbing Up the Walls were my favorite
That's
two.
what I would
of
say from those two. Yeah.
that.
See, I was the one that was out on Climbing Up the Walls, but I still kind of want to fight for it because I really like it. So I'm okay with
But if
throwing in at least Climbing Up the Walls.
I
I'd say
feel
that
like
one's
Like
in.
you in.
Yeah, Climb Up the Walls.
I was
Let's
ready to
go!
fight for Climbing Up the Walls and No Surprises.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's take.
Yeah, I really love No Surprises. I would like to keep that.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So
I'll give up Airbag for No Surprises.
When we
I
have
just
Separator,
really like
you
Climbing
guys
Up
can
the
have no
Walls.
surprises.
Climbing got to stay.
all right. So climbing's
Yeah.
in. We've agreed climbing is in. It sounds like
So-
the next one Brian offered up. I'll give you No Surprises if you give me Separator.
I'll do that. I'm in on that.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I just want King of Limbs to be represented, and if that's the best one we got from that record, it just makes sense to bring that one through.
Yeah.
Are we saying then? Are we
really.
saying then Airbag is out? Are we sacrificing Airbag?
We could put a pin in that and come back to it. Don't you
Okay.
think?
Okay.
I kind of think Bloom is better than Separator, but
I agree,
Oh.
but it didn't get that many
It's-
likes. So.
Yeah, it's
guess.
it's technically out.
Mhm.
But yeah, we'll see.
Well, if we don't want to use
That is a
Separator,
good
then
point, though, that like probably not like if Bloom is as far down as 3 or whatever, then we're not going to get any other
Well,
songs
it's-
from
it's
New
got
Orleans other than
4.
Separator.
It's got 4.
but there's Lotus Flower. It's got 5.
Oh,
So
Lotus
if we want to do
Flower,
that
okay.
instead,
Stand corrected.
oh, I'll pick Separator over Lotus Flower any day.
same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So we're putting
Jesus
Separator
Christ.
and No Surprises in.
I
could
guess.
go
If
with
it's a
that.
package deal, it's a
Sure.
package deal. Yeah,
Okay.
Sounds like to me.
So that's 4.
yeah. We still got 6 to go. So
Yeah.
I really like the pork rolling that's going on here with the song decision. A little bit of give and take.
All right. So I've heard no one go to bat for Karma Police as the other 6 that's alive. Does that are we just throwing that back into the wild and letting it fight for itself, or do we want to move on to the 5s?
let's move on to the
I would like
5.
to keep Karma Police if that's something
Yeah.
we can do.
Totally.
Yeah.
I would too.
There are a
I
bit
I
more
feel more
5s that came up
strongly
in there.
about some of the 5s than I do
Yeah,
Karma
same.
Police, but
Same.
That's
Yeah.
true, but I also feel like I can't not pick Karma Police.
If we can't
I don't
decide on
know.
something later on, that's a fine one to throw in. But like, yeah, I think we should go to the 5s and have. a
Yeah, let's
debate
see how the
first.
5s go and see how much room we have after that.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll read out the 5s here. We got Exit Music for a Film, Let Down, Where I End and You Begin, There, A Wolf at the Door, and Lotus Flower.
All right.
Wow.
I was out.
There needs to go in.
Yeah,
There
they're
you
there.
go
is
in.
the one that I will fight for.
They-
Yeah.
They're
I
there
will-
and Let Down, I think, too. Those are the 2 that stand out.
I will
I
murder
would-
anyone and God for Where I End and You Begin.
You know what?
I was
I
gonna
didn't
say
have it on
Where I
mine, but
End
I
feels
agree with you.
stronger than Let Down. Where I End
That
is
feels
stronger
that way to
to
me
than
too.
Let Down.
Disagree.
And I love Let Down. I love
Hard
the-
disagree.
I love the
Where I End is
arpeggio
really
and
good.
Let
Pick
Down,
on
but
I'm open to Where I End and You Begin or Let Down, but I really want to keep there.
Exit Music for a Film. Above all that, though.
How wasn't even on my list.
Yeah, I don't
Music
have
is
extra
above
about it.
Letdown for me.
Well, and this might complicate things, but I always kind of associate Exit Music for a Film and Let Down together because they flow right into each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Way to make
If
it
you-
harder, Peter.
I like the meanness. I like the meanness of that synth at the end, like at the climax of Exit Music.
Yeah.
Quality.
That sells it to me over Let Down. But even then, those 2 songs, I would put a handful of the other ones that are on that list over those 2.
I think also lyrically, I think Let Down is a really strong song. Like,
Yeah.
One Day I'm Gonna Grow Wings.
Yep. It's like the theme of that album distilled into one song.
Mm,
I don't know if I agree with that.
nice.
I feel like it's the one. I think it's the one like slightly optimistic one out of that entire crew. I feel like the rest of the crew is not feeling super great.
So let's talk about
Generally,
album representation.
alienated.
I like it, but I don't know if I would call it optimistic. It's like it ends up drivel or something hysterical and useless.
I don't know. I would say it does have a more of an optimistic tone to it than a lot of the rest of the album. Feels
I'm
like
useless
there's some
now,
sort of
but
looking
later I'll
forward
fly.
thing.
Yes. Yes. All right. So, well, let's talk about album representation before we start knocking out any of these OK Computer picks.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No, not at all.
I agree.
Just best. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Well then, I guess we need to start like figuring out stuff that is done, like to make this a little bit easier, because we've got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 technically alive. So 2 have got to go. And that
Does that mean all the 4s are gone?
that's what
Like
it sounds
2 plus
like to
2
me.
equals 5 is gone?
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks hard.
I think the 4s are officially done.
Mhm.
I would-
R.I.P.
I would let you guys have
Pour one
Bloom
out.
if you let me have 2 plus 2 equals 5.
So these 5s, 2 have got to go. Are there 2 that you kind of, John, have an inclination of, you know what, it's cool, but maybe it's time for it to go?
This is gonna get a groan, but I think where I end and you begin is
False.
happy to be here at this point,
Ooh.
and
False.
No,
and can
Falsehoods
be.
and lies.
I would drop
I
Karma
know.
Police before that.
Ooh.
Yeah, honestly,
exactly.
Ooh.
I'm very torn right
that's
now.
a tough one.
Wait,
I feel like Karma Police is a crowd pleaser and it's like a big song, but I think in terms of their actual ability, it's like they've gone so far beyond it at this point.
oh yeah, for sure. I was
Honestly, when I think about live experience too, where I end and you begin live has
Immaculate.
just absolutely slapped my shit.
The downside of that
Yeah.
though is it doesn't have the crowd experience that Karma Police does.
I mean, when I
Right,
Karma
yeah,
has a
that's
better
Yeah.
crowd
actually
feel.
when they closed with that night 1 in Philly, it was like the entire fucking arena was singing that song. It was-
Yeah,
it was
the
Yeah.
coda,
fucking
the
amazing.
coda at the end of Karma Police is a really good song, like for crowd singing.
Yeah.
The whole crowd sings along to Fake Plastic Trees. Does that make it an amazing song?
Yeah.
It is an amazing.
I do
song.
think there's something like I do think that's part of what makes a
I
great
don't know.
song is that it like resonates with people in this sort of collective way. There's songs where I'm
Creep.
like, I mean, but truly, I
Yeah.
actually do think that that's got to be one of those songs.
It's a
I'm-
big moment.
I'm glad it took this
Hey
long.
man,
to
you know
mention
when you
Creep.
can go on Instagram and you can find 400 different ukulele versions of Creep, you know, man, that means it's resonating. with
The best
people.
version of that song was done by Prince.
Ooh, yes. All right, so here's how we'll do it, because it sounds like there's disagreement. We're each going to get a chance to try to chop something out until we agree. Brian, one of these 5s has got to go. Which one do you think it is?
One of the 5s.
Mhm. Or
I
one of the 6s?
I
guess.
think unfortunately of the 5s, it's probably going to be A Wolf at the Door or Where I End. Those aren't my picks, but one of them has to go.
Something's got to go. Two have got to go. So,
What are the 5 again?
all right. So,
Exit Music, Let Down, Where I End, There, Wolf at the Door, and Lotus Flower.
I see.
and again, technically, Airbag and Karma Police we're kind of shoving them in with the 5s because
Yeah.
they're still alive. So,
I would say get rid of Wolf for me.
Yeah.
I
anybody?
say get rid of Lotus Flower.
Yeah, I would drop Lotus. Before
Musically,
I
it
drop
can't
Wolf.
compete with these other guys. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna be the
Track,
kid and say that we should
track.
drop
I didn't have it
exit
on my
music.
No,
list.
I'm with Kylie on that. I'll drop Lotus before I drop Wolf.
I'll drop Wolf because it's so specific. It's like Wolf is such a it's like a niche pick. It's like Pact. Like I love Pact, but Pact's not the greatest
Well,
song.
Pact is gonna be on my list.
Yeah, Pact's
Pact
awesome.
is
But
also-
Pact's, Pact's like
Spoiler
Wolf.
alert.
Wolf is like it's such a narrow thing. I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask this before we move on to Anne's pick for what's out. We 2 have got to go, right? So
Mhm.
is anybody saying at this point Wolf definitely has to be in?
I'm
Me?
really
Okay, Peter.
uncertain.
Okay.
It wouldn't be my first pick to go, so I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It would
open
be
to
a bargaining chip for me.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so
I could lose it.
between the songs from that record that we have left, that's the one that could probably go. And then we're left with There, and Where I End.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, there has to stay in my mind.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'll go
they're
to bat
there.
for.
I think Where I End would have to stay before Wolf.
I agree with that too.
That's how I feel.
Do we just drop Wolf at the Door and Lotus Flower and call it a day?
I'm willing to
Hey,
say
Yeah, but I think
Lotus
Lotus
Flower.
Flower though is stronger than Lotus Flower. If Letdown and Exit Music are still in contention, Lotus Flower is stronger than those two in my mind.
I would say
Stronger than Exit Music.
I'm fine with Exit Music going and Let Down, Where I End, and There go through.
I've got a hot take. I would keep Lotus Flower over Karma Police.
Ooh. No.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Yeah,
I do like shakeups.
All right, so pitch Wolf, Peter, because you kind of said you would like to stand up for it. It sounds like we have an agreement if you're willing to stand down, but pitch.
To me, it's one of the best songs on Hail to the Thief, and it's just an expansion of what they can do sonically. Like the verses are almost just spoken word, but the chorus is like classic Radiohead.
Is that enough to propel it over Where I End and There?
That's the hard part. Yeah, let's take out Wolf at the Door. It hurts me, but let's take it out.
It put up a hell of a fight. It really did.
It huffed and puffed.
Honorable discharge.
Yep. All right. So the other one was Lotus Flower, but it sounds like that one is very much contested. So we will move on. And of the ones that are left, because Wolf is now officially done. What's the one that you would drop?
I would easily drop Exit Music. I like that song, but I have very little attachment to it compared to the other songs that are left.
Yeah, that's the song I'm most attached to.
Oh,
I love Exit Music, man.
Emotionally.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I am very attached to that song.
I'm attached to all these songs, so that question is moot.
I don't like any of these songs. Who's Radiohead?
yeah. Right. What are we doing here?
Can I
What do
go
we do?
home?
Aren't they the band that does that Yellow song?
Now that's
That's a
Is he
music.
banger.
on here?
Yeah,
Now
a
that's what I
banger.
call music volume 1.
That's right. I like you people. You're fun. All right. Okay. Well, it sounds like that one's contested as well. So Ben.
This is tough. I mean, honestly, like I think at this point in my mind, I'm kind of going, all right, what's going to actually make the final top 10? And, I think, honestly, I feel like Lotus Flower, Letdown, or Exit Music could go. I love them all, but I don't think they're going to make the final cut. So I'm not married to any of them.
He's asking the tough questions. What stands a chance? Does anybody want to take one of these and stand up for it?
Yeah, here's what
Let Down. That's my number one song on this list.
I would agree with Ben's assessment, but say of that 3, Letdown is slightly stronger.
Yeah, Letdown has got to be the one for me too.
Yeah.
I would really be sad to lose out on Lotus Flower, but Letdown is like irreplaceable.
Yeah, well, Let Down is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
All right. So, Brian, you're about to.
I worry because at least the way I try to think about this game is I worry that this list is entirely loaded with OK Computer.
That's true too.
And this is so eventually we're gonna be fighting over which the best song from OK Computer is instead of what the best Radiohead song is.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to see more diversity, but that's just me. We're playing a different game. This is my first championship edition, so
Yeah,
I'm trying to
but
adjust.
a lot of Radiohead's best songs are on OK Computer.
I mean, that's a very respectfully debatable thing for me. Like, I find OK Computer to be a tinge overrated.
Ooh.
No, it's
I see.
it's one of the greatest records ever fucking made. I'll never take anything
There
away
you
from
go.
it. But from compared to the rest of their career and how much more attached I am to some other stuff,
That's understandable.
it's like
But
like
this is the
like the
I,
Bench
consensus
is
I'm
game.
fine
my
with that
favorite,
as
you know
well.
what I
Like
mean?
Kid Amnesiac is definitely where I
Yeah.
float.
Yeah.
Right. So
But it's a
can we?
consensus game, so like, okay, computer is gonna be often
Yeah.
the consensus.
Yeah.
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 Can we agree that they're there and let down are in?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
100%.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
All right.
That gets us our next level.
Well, I'm gonna latch on to an idea brought up earlier. And then if exit music and letdown are attached to each other, then we gotta let that one go too. Let me have something, people. Jesus.
1, 2, 3. Where are we at? 6. We
I
got
think it's going to come
I'm feeling
down to.
I'm feeling generous enough to like make the concession so I can have there.
But like no one's fighting for airbag. Is airbag going to be the one that's out?
that's the
And we keep everything else.
How many do we need
I'm
out?
willing to get rid of
Just
Karma
one.
Police for exit music.
we have 6. We have 6 through. so-
Wow, that was spicy. Who said that?
Me.
I like that. Who was that?
we have
Not what I would agree with, but I really like the idea.
Yeah.
So if we lose airbag, then Where I End and You Begin, Exit Music, Lotus Flower, and Karma Police all can get in.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean,
I would
I
easily
like
put
Airbag
Airbag
more than I
exit
like
music, but I
Karma
think I'm
Police.
in the
I
minority
feel
on
like
that.
what I'd be tied up there with is Airbag versus Karma Police. The rest of that list sounds fine.
Yeah, I think
So-
it's gonna come down to airbag versus Karma Police.
so
Airbag.
I'm cool with all the others. Yeah, Airbag I think goes over.
Especially if we
Karma
have-
in my brain.
Where I End.
I would go with Karma Police.
all right. So does it sounds like we're in agreement that the competition is, the 10th track is between Airbag and Karma Police.
And
Anybody
everything else falls in place. Yeah.
anybody
I guess
disagree?
So Where I End and You Begin, Exit Music, and Lotus Flower are all in.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
Okay.
everybody agreement?
Music needed?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do that. And that takes us up to
Wow.
our 9. All
It
right.
seems like we're split on Airbag and Karma Police. Like we should flip a coin or something.
There are-
Both of them over
There
exit music.
are 7 of us. We can just
I'm in
vote.
the same boat as Kylie with that one, but I think I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got to choose my battles.
Wait, did exit music get through? Is that
Yes.
already
Yeah.
done?
Yes. It's
Okay.
in. So the
I felt like nobody wanted that.
so it's
I
Am I
did.
wrong?
all right. So I'm gonna go right down the line. I'm gonna start with John. Airbag or Karma Police?
Karma Police.
Brian?
I'm trying to figure out like caveats here. So since we don't have any opening tracks on here, I would say go to Airbag because we
Mhm.
didn't get 2 + 2 = 5, which is insane to me. So
Me too.
All right.
I would go with Airbag because how could you not represent their opening tracks because they're the fucking best.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anne? Airbag or Karma Police?
I love them both, but in this context, I'm gonna go with Karma Police.
Ooh. Ben?
I mean, I would take either of these over exit music is the thing. So I'm like,
Everybody shitting on
So would
these-
I, but I didn't say
shitting on
that.
one of my favorite
Yep,
fucking songs
same
ever
here.
written.
I'm in that as well.
Fine,
Yeah,
fuck it,
I'd rather
take
go
it off.
with
Interesting.
Anne.
Fuck it, whatever. You guys can have your fucking songs then.
You wore them down.
You guys better hope the Karma Police aren't real.
So well then are we taking exit music off? and-
Fine, just do it.
Okay.
Fucking never doing this
Yay.
show.
I tried.
How
to-
many more episodes
Bye.
of my contract
Okay.
did you do?
Yeah,
You choke.
Sorry.
I totally tried to just sneak exit music in without anyone saying anything.
Yeah, I mean, I did too, which is why I didn't speak up when like, who wants that song?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, but like it's in. It's in, right? Everybody's good. Yep, we're good.
You know
Nope.
what? It's like Pluto. It's always a planet for me.
Well, folks,
Care what scientists say.
we have done it. 10.
Wow.
Pretty contentious.
Yeah, and
but
nobody
not-
died,
yeah,
too.
No
We did
blood.
it.
Not
No
yet.
bloodshed. Just
No blood?
a little contention.
I
But
mean,
here,
Everybody's
Hal
friends
Renton's
still.
neighborhood died, I guess.
You can't see me right now. I could be bleeding.
Well, wait,
sure.
Whoa.
what did we pick between Airbag and Karma?
They both got in.
Both
exit
got
music
in.
left.
'Cause y'all
Oh,
fucking
I
hate
know.
exit music, apparently.
So
oh.
here's the 10. Paranoid Android, Climbing Up the Walls, No Surprises, Separator, Let Down, There, Where I End and You Begin, Lotus Flower, Airbag, and Karma Police. They were, folks, if you enjoyed
That's a
this,
tasty little list.
yeah, that's good.
if you enjoyed this, there will be 3 more episodes of this coming down the pike.
If you hate it, stop subscribing.
If you hate it, there's also going to be 3 more episodes.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, there's 3 more episodes coming. So I hope you did enjoy it. But this is a nice little bonus of Deprogrammed and Championship Edition. more part 2 coming soon. I'm gonna stop recording now because.